everybody and welcome back again to Let's Play Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I am back here in Ravensthorpe, as you can see, and as you can also see, I actually changed Ava's outfit for the first time ever. I mean, I did give her like different pieces of armor, but I always customized her appearance to look like her, standard one. But I thought, the game is almost about to end. Why not try something different? This is the Thor's armor set that I got in the last episode, except for the cape, which apparently is still missing. But everything else is that Thor set, and this is the actual armor. I upgraded it, and I'm wearing the proper armor, and it's not just the previous one customized to look differently. As for the cape, since I'm still missing the proper cape, I just kept the one that I was wearing, but I picked a look that is a little bit more consistent with the rest of the armor. I think it's the Hidden One's cape, and I think it's fitting pretty well with that armor set. I also changed her hair again, and I went back to her normal tattoo because I actually like this one better than the one I gave her a while ago. But yeah, let's try this armor for a while. This one is heavier and has less evasion, so I'll have to see if I actually like that, or if I want to go back to her Raven armor, which was for the most part what I was wearing before, but it was a little bit mixed with a few other things mixed in, so having like a full set that gives me bonuses might also be a good idea. Anyway, now before I go and talk to Sigurd, there's one more thing I want to do. As I mentioned last episode, I will do something I haven't done since basically ever, which is I'm going to leave the Animus. Oh, hang on a second. I can talk to this guy.
Rollo, returned from Francia already.
Ah.
This is a surprise. Is the Lady Estrid well?
She is. Had a rough few weeks upon our return, but she is on her feet and with her family. And I am looking for a new adventure. If I remember right, you said I might find it here with your clan.
That's right. Your presence is much needed and well appreciated. Settle in, and we will sail soon enough.
Well, look at that. Didn't expect to see him again. Also, Basim is just standing around here, but apparently I can't actually talk to him. Anyway, as I was just about to say, I will actually leave the Animus and, well, have a chat with Rebecca and Sean, I suppose. I will probably not spend like a lot of time reading stuff. That's maybe something I will do off camera at some point. But since I haven't checked out what's going on in the real world for quite some time, I think I should be doing this at least once. So yeah, let's go to the Animus, I suppose. Change Ava's appearance, exit simulation. Yes, that's what I want to do. Do you really want to leave the Animus and exit the simulation? Yes. And yep, now we're back with Layla. Usually we only get to see her when we're doing these anomalies. So, let's see if there's actually anything we can do here. I mean, it's been a long time, so you would think that I can at least talk to some people and they have some new dialogue, so let's have a look at this. Note regarding Cassandra. This must be a first. Ava actually met Cassandra. Well, this is definitely new. This means that Layla, as an Animus host, met a previous Animus host in the simulation. Could Layla have noticed anything odd in the Animus brought on by Cassandra's sudden appearance? Not only that, but could the staff have sensed Layla's presence as its current keeper? I have so many questions for her. Well, anyway, let's talk to Sean over here.
Hello, Layla.
Sean, what do you make of the grave
That was a
out there?
weird camera zoom.
Well, it overturns a few hundred years of scholarship about the first Europeans to set foot in North America. Apart from that, it's just a bunch of muddy bones, isn't it?
Can we talk about this thing on my neck for a second?
Ah, the mood stabilizer. Yes.
It's not harmful, is it? I mean, I feel good, but I want to make sure there's no side effects.
There shouldn't be. It's only blocking outside signals, a passive effect. So the staff doesn't, you know, mess with you.
Sean, what happened last year, I had no control over that. I tried to resist.
I understand. And your old team, maybe they don't. But we've seen that sort of thing before. Still, if you want to work with us and get to the bottom of why the world is about to end for the second time in 8 years, then you wear that thing until we say otherwise. William's orders.
I know. It's not a problem.
It's just a few more weeks, yeah? Just until we figure this out.
You're right. I know you're right.
Yeah, I think this is new dialogue. Of course, the last time I spoke to these people is almost a year ago, so I'm not sure if I would remember the dialogue that we had the last time. But I'm pretty sure there's some new stuff here.
Damn. Someone will be happy.
Well, I guess I didn't water the plant enough. Unsurprising, since I haven't been here for quite some time. North settlements in England must send a team to excavate at the settlement location discovered through Layla simulation. River Nene near modern Leicestershire. Will we find bodies, grave goods, evidence of war? Plenty of precedent to go on here. Most towns in England ending with Thorpe and By were founded by Norse warriors. Even York comes from Jorvik, a Norse mutation of Erforvik. Evolution works at all levels on humans on language. We know that the language of the settling Norse was a close cousin of the Old English spoken by the Saxons. In this way, they were mutually intelligible, in the most basic ways at least. This would account for the rapid success of the North when conquering and integrating with the locals. Shower thought, if the Americans still spoke English, they could invade the UK with similar success? Ooh, what was that? Earthquake? You just interrupted my reading here. I'm pretty sure the Americans still speak English. It's at best a dialect. It's not evolved into a separate language, but I guess Sean would disagree. I'm guessing he wrote this. Okay, can go back into the animus. What do we got here? The Hidden Ones. Eivor has spent quite a lot of time with Basim now, and together with Hytham, it gives us a clearer picture of the Hidden Ones in the 9th century. They are recognizable as assassins in all but name, which makes me think they evolved quite naturally into what we know from Altair's time. The word assassin comes from the Arabic word for hash smokers. It may be the Hidden Ones adopted this epithet as a mark of pride more than anything, turning an insult into a mark of pride. Curiously, I do remember one passing reference in some of the old literature about Hytham being one of the first assassins back in England after the Exodus around 430 AD. I should contact our London Bureau for Edward Kenway's papers. Had he read about this early assassin? Is that why he named his son as he did? It seems likely. Interesting theory. What else do we got here?
Sean has been busy.
Strange message. An audio fragment sent from an unknown location to our encrypted servers. Nothing was stolen, nothing corrupted, just a quick deposit and gone. We got lucky this time. So what is it? A cryptic sound file, voice unknown, with a signal beneath it. The signal was a code. Led us to a precise spot here in New England. We dug and, good lord, we struck gold. Well, silver, dominant currency in the Dark Ages. Point is, it was a gravesite, a North warrior dating to the late 9th century, early 10th century AD, a few centuries before the earliest known settlements. This is big news if we have it right. Questions remain. How did these bones get here and why? Yeah, I guess if Eivor is buried here, she made it here before Leif Erikson, so that would be interesting to say the least. Okay, we have some more stuff to read here, and I guess I will try to talk to Sean at least once more. The Order of the Ancients. The more we see of the Order of Ancients, the less they resemble the Templars as we know them today. How did this evolution take place? This older order was obsessed with our Isu precursors. They worshipped them as gods, aspired to their status and power, and coveted their works and weapons in the name of order, yes, but with a very strict hierarchy that placed the Isu well above humankind. Folke, nicknamed the instrument, has also wielded that term as an adjective. She believed that humans were deeply flawed, lesser beings meant to serve. The Templars believe in man, a more admirable approach, I will admit. Could it be the modern instruments of the First Will represent some sort of return to the distant past, a revival of a dead order? Did they never truly vanish? Yeah, I mean, this would confirm that the Order of the Ancients is kind of like a precursor to the Templar Order, but still with some significant differences. King Alfred, aka Alfred Rex, Alfred the Great. What do we know about him? Famous for his holy vision of uniting all the kingdoms of England, one country under one rule. Sort of a United Nations of England, maybe. Or just England. He never saw this vision come to fruition, though. He laid the foundation for it. Too busy fighting Vikings. Strangely, Shakespeare never wrote a play about Alfred and the Vikings. Missed opportunity, that. Now is the summer of our peace and calm made clamorous winter by this loon of Jorvik. Alright, it looks like Rebecca might be on the outside, but let's talk to Sean once more.
Sean, anything you want me searching for while I'm visiting 9th century England?
Hang on. Are you asking because I'm English?
Well, sure.
Maybe?
I mean, you're a historian. An English historian. So I thought, yeah.
And you'd be right.
Are you always this cagey?
Almost never. I've emailed you a list of things I'd like you to investigate. The mutual intelligibility of Old Norse and Old English is a big one.
Good question. Eivor seems to be doing fine, but I'll pay more attention.
Oh, and King Alfred, the only English king to be called great. Get a good look at his face, all right? Be nice to know if his statue in Winchester is entirely accurate.
I'll lean in real close, just for you.
Well, I did get a good look at his face. I haven't seen the statue, though, so I can't compare.
You have a second?
Yeah, sure. What's on your mind?
How long ago did this precursor race die out?
Near as we can tell, about 75,000 years ago. Hard to pinpoint an exact date. I can't tell if it was a Tuesday.
That's a long time. So why won't they leave us the hell alone?
Good question. I think a blinding arrogance, coupled with a crippling fear of extinction, would drive a lot of people to desperate measures. They knew their human creations would survive the coming catastrophe. So a few of them devised ways to carry their imprint forward, hoping that, well, we might be able to resurrect them at some point in the future.
Would you resurrect one if you could?
Well, we tried once before. Didn't work out.
Right.
Alright. Let's talk to Rebecca now. Oh, what do we got here? Play? Oh, this is just some music. Alright, I guess no time for that at the moment.
Feeling okay?
Let's talk to Rebecca instead.
Better. But I'm worried that it could happen again. The two data streams.
I can't promise it won't. I barely understand it myself.
It felt like two minds, fighting over one brain. It hurt like a shotgun to the head.
Right. There's something about this Viking's DNA sample that feels dense, noisy.
Could it be the staff? Interfering somehow?
How do you mean?
My headaches, my temper. They started the day I got that thing.
I hope you're not making excuses for, your friend.
Jesus, no. I'm not.
Sorry. Just take it easy. And if you feel yourself slipping again, let us know.
I'm trying. I really am.
And suddenly we're inside here, and Rebecca is where Sean used to be. That was odd. And she's just going outside again. Hang on a second. Let me talk to you again.
The voices in those animus anomalies. One of them is Alethea, but the other, I just don't know.
How well do you know Alethea?
She talked to me before through the staff. Read me through some tests, simulations, but I don't know if I passed. or failed. I haven't heard anything from her for over a year.
And the anomalies, is she talking to you there?
No. These sound like overheard conversations. They don't seem to know I'm listening. Or they don't care.
I uploaded the data you found to our server. I'll have a closer listen when I have time.
Good idea.
Yeah, the anomalies, that's another thing. I feel I'm still missing one. When I did the one on the Isle of Wight, it said that this is anomaly number 9, so I'm guessing there might be 10 of them. At least I'm not done with all of them yet. And, I mean, the fragments of voices you hear during the anomalies clearly seem to be Isu talking about the, catastrophe and how they would be able to survive it. But since, again, this is also scattered over months of playthrough, it is kind of hard to connect all these different pieces in one continuous and coherent form. Anyway, can I talk to you again?
It's definitely Alethea in those anomalies. I can't make out that other voice.
I had a listen.
Oh, it is Alethea.
Feels like we're hearing conversations from the Isu era.
That's unheard of.
You saw simulations of that era, didn't you?
I did, but it's hard to know what was real and what was invented. There was Isu tech mixed with Greek architecture. It felt crafted. For a purpose, like Alethea was testing me.
I'd love to see the playbacks of those simulations. Can you get them?
Not likely. I'd have to talk with my old team, and... well, that was a hard time.
Right.
Right. But yeah, I guess maybe the message in the anomalies will become clear once I've finished all of them. And since I'm pretty sure I did all the anomalies in England, I hope that there's maybe one back in Norway that I haven't done yet.
If you're worried about losing power, don't be. We have enough fuel to power the generator for 3 weeks.
Well, that's good to know. Also, let's maybe talk to Sean one more time.
Remind me when this is over to give you access to our files from 2012. It's big picture stuff.
2012? What happened in 2012? I mean, I'm trying to remember what game was released in 2012. I mean, it might be like the first or the second Assassin's Creed game. Anyway, I will not check the laptop now. There's probably a lot to read for me, but I think that is enough. I checked back with my colleagues here, so maybe I'll just hop back into the Animus. Yeah, I have read this already. Alright, back to Eivor it is. And then we will finally talk to Sigurd and see what he's moping about this time. Alright, we are back, and all my animals are running around the place. Also, it looks like we have, I forgot her name, but it's his wife. Anyway, let's go and talk to Sigurd now and see what his problem is. Let's track that quest, the road to Valhalla. Well, let's see who's going to Valhalla here. Now, Mr. Grumpy, what's going on?
Eivor, the time has come. Our time.
Our time for what?
My final glory awaits.
Okay.
Your final glory. I fear to ask what that means.
Do I not speak plainly? My time in Midgard is done. I wish now to see the hall of my ancestors.
If you wish to die, it will not be by my hand.
I do not speak of death, Eivor. I speak of life. Life and glory everlasting. I know I've been in a fog these last few weeks. I know I speak words you don't fully understand.
Don't patronize me.
But I only ask you trust me once more. On my final voyage back to Norway, to wish my father farewell and achieve my destiny.
Well, maybe tell me more about your destiny.
Back to Norway. I need to discuss this with Randvi.
If you must. I will await your answer down by the docks. Do not keep me waiting.
It looks like he won't accept no for an answer, though, if he's already waiting at the docks for me. But I mean, if
Good
he
to
wants to
see
go
you.
back to Norway, I guess we can do that. Well, I guess you have to show me the Alliance map, huh?
I want to see the Alliance map.
Now, let's see. Oh, I see. Now I can unlock this region. Suggested power, 280. Yeah, I'm far, far beyond that. It seemed so high back then when we set off from Reykjavik, and that region was like right next to it. And now I'm way past this. But, I mean, what about Hamptonshire? Maybe this will come later. But okay, let's go back to Norway, I suppose.
It may be time to return to Norway. Sigurd is eager to see his father, and beyond that, I do not know.
I have heard ill news about Styrbjorn in the past year. If you go with care.
Alright, I will go with care. Back to Norway it is.
We'll leave now, and return as soon as we're able.
Good. And be safe. Both of you.
Yeah, I'm still worried about the Sigurd and what he plans to do once he said goodbye to his father. I mean, it must sound pretty crazy for Eivor when he's like, oh, I want to go to Valhalla. I mean, she did kill a bunch of Drenge who kind of wanted the same, but they were mostly old or sick and whatnot, and, you know, this does not apply to Sigurd. Anyway,
Where did the others go?
let's go and talk to Sigurd.
Sigurd,
Shall we then, Eivor? To Norway, and well beyond.
Yep, I guess we will do that, as you please.
to Norway, then.
Good, good. Lead on.
He's very excited about this. Alright, let's see if anything has changed back here in Norway. Ooh, well, why did you raise
So
the sail and then lower it
It's
again?
changed, but it feels unfamiliar.
A few years abroad have shaped us more than all the decades we spent here, brother.
And it's bloody cold. Colder than I remember.
I mean, there's cold places in England as well, but I guess he used to be more on the southern part in Ravensthorpe and didn't accompany me to all these really cold places. But okay, I can kind of see my destination. Yeah, we're going straight for the harbor here in Hordafylke. And there's a bunch of stuff to do here, which means there's probably some like side content as well, which I may want to finish before I continue with our main mission. But for now, let's just reach that harbor where legends are born. Well, that is a very ominous title. I also remember that when we were in Norway, I couldn't really stay in the water for long because I would freeze to death. That never happened in England. Not even in like the cold, snowy regions.
This is Harald's fair hair's kingdom now. Every peak and fjord. It pains me to say it, to think it even.
And our father, his fool. Poor man.
It is a role he chose. He bent easily and broke in half. Do not pity him.
No.
For many moons I could not sleep, always thinking of his betrayal. The horrors I wished upon him. He deserves nothing but shame now.
Put it out of your mind, Sigurd. There's no need to hound the old man.
No. He must taste the same foulness that I taste. He must know what glory he missed by staying here, the lapdog of a conqueror.
You want to speak with him?
Yes. Face to face. I will tell him the truth.
You sound kind of spiteful. I mean, I agree that he gave up too easily, but I guess he had his reasons. There's no point in trying to shame him for that, I suppose. Anyway, I'm guessing this over here is our village.
We can continue later.
Alrekstad. It thrives. In spite of our father, no doubt.
Are you sure of this?
I will say what needs to be said.
Do you fear his rebuke?
Oh no. I crave it. It may be the old hound has lost his bark.
Or it may be you light a fire beneath him, inspire him with tales of our glory.
If I do, I'll stoke that flame until it burns.
Okay, do we have any proper spot to park our boat? Yes, we do. Here we go. And
Hold here!
Hush now.
Hey!
Find and speak to Styrbjorn. But would he be here and not in whatever the place over here was called? This one over here? I thought this is where we came from. But okay, I guess we're going to look for him here now.
What was it Randi said? Our father spends his days in the mead halls and his nights on barren planks of wood.
That's right.
We'll search the mead halls.
I remember one nearby. A sad hole where men soak their unhappiness.
We should look there.
We come empty-handed. Not even a gift to offer.
Rats don't appreciate gifts. They sniff and lick them, without care.
You are chipper, brother.
And I feel you're a little bit harsh and disrespectful towards your father. I mean, I get it. You're disappointed that he gave up his kingdom, but still. Anyway, let's have a look around. I guess this is the meat hall. I vaguely remember that place. So, let's go and check it out.
Hey, that poor soaker.
Yep, I guess that's where he is.
From sunup to sundown, he just sits there, staring into his horn.
Once, just once, I'd have him take a bath.
Oh, great.
He was a king once, that one. You'd never know by the way he sulks.
Well, you should know a thing or two about sulking, Sigurd. Anyway, let's talk to him. Ava's new outfit actually kind of fits with Sigurd's outfit. They have a similar style.
Father.
Sigurd? My son, Eivor, by Odin's blessing, come and let me look at you both.
That is far enough.
Duh. What's your problem? At least let him hug her.
What happened there? A grievous wound you have. Are you well?
Far better than I look, I assure you.
This calls for a toast. Your journey must have been long and cold. A drink to warm your blood.
We are not here to drink or make merry. Only to look upon the wreckage of a once great man.
And then what? Make new war against King Harald? Stake a claim on his crown? Is that your wish? To sow more chaos here?
You're absurd, old man. What could possibly interest me in this frozen backwater?
I heard rumors that England was infested with kings already. I thought
true.
maybe you would return here to...
I've cast aside all dreams of kingship, father. A much greater end lies in wait for me. I have returned for one reason only. To say goodbye. And to thank you for your colossal failure.
Failure?
Harsh.
As a father, as a king, as a man. For without it, I would not have discovered my true self.
My failure, as you call it. My oath to King Harald was the only sensible path forward for a man in my situation.
The king owns the crown. You stole your son's future. What has become of you? I'm not sure what she means by that. Does she talk about King Harald? I feel this is a little bit harsh. So I'm going to pick this option.
It was your right to pledge your crown to another. And I know you did what you thought best for the safety of our clan.
As Harald's forces advanced, I knew we did not have the strength to oppose him. We were too disorganized, too weak. With the son ever absent, always off raiding in some far-flung land, never concerned with the duties of kingship.
I mean, he's
What
not wrong
choice
there.
did I have but to pledge my allegiance to him? A man with ambition and an army to match it.
Absent? I acted only as the son of a king must. To earn you riches, to bring you glory, to praise your name.
The people of Constantinople had no use for my name, Sigurd. I needed you here.
Listen to this weeping old goat.
I mean, they both make good points, so it's kind of hard to pick a side here. May you find peace, you lack courage, you didn't trust us. Yeah, I don't know. I feel that he had a better assessment of the situation when he said, well, we had no chance, and he would either take the crown by force or, well, I just give it to him. But then again, he never really even tried to resist, so yeah, it's very hard to make an assessment here without knowing like the full picture, so I hope you will find peace.
I wish you whatever peace you may find in this new life you have found.
I did not find it, Eivor. I chose it. The only way forward that did not lead to more violence and death and grief. Your father would have understood. He died to avoid a similar fate. To save his family at the cost of his reputation.
No. My father, he was...
He loved you. That is all.
Well, but he still died.
I've heard enough.
Sigurd, from the day you were born, I wanted nothing more than to pass on my title, my land, my people, to you. But 1 year is never like another, and with the passage of time, certain truths appeared, unavoidable. Ours was the last kingdom in Norway to resist Harald's advance. To oppose him would have been our death.
You do not know that. We could have fought back.
We could have, yes, and suffered countless deaths for no other reason than to protect our pride.
We will never know the truth, because you were too afraid to risk it.
Look after him, Eivor. And if you have the chance, lead him back from the edge of the abyss.
He is my brother, not my dog. Be well, old man, and serve your king with honor.
Well, this was depressing. And we came all this way here just for that.
This sad business is finished. And good riddance. And now we sail for further shores. To my true purpose. To my destiny. To the end of my road.
I will follow you as far as you wish in this world, brother. But if you mean to take us further, I may reconsider.
I do not think you will, Eivor. I think you will know what I have to
This
show.
water, deadly cold. Still dwelling on your father.
Not at all. I was only reflecting on my visions, wondering at them. How present they are, like memories of yesterday.
Tell me what you saw. Hardship has clouded your thoughts. We've traveled far on trust. Yeah, that is true. And so far I've been trying my best to trust you and to support you, even when I thought you were stepping out of line. But I would really like to know what you're planning here, so tell me what you saw.
Describe them for me, your visions.
My earliest was of a large door embedded in ice, far north of Herdafylke. The saga stone embedded at the top of its arch. As the visions grew stronger, the door opened, revealing many things. The life tree Yggdrasil, the golden fields of Valhalla, and the faces of our gods, all of whom called me friend, brother, warrior. I felt at home among them, warmed by their love.
You should know. You're not alone in this. I too have had visions.
Have you? And what did they foretell?
It is hard to say. I've seen Odin leading me into shadows. I've seen spinners weaving wild destinies from pools of blood. I saw the great beast Fenrir, the branches of the world tree, and a man with...
Go on.
Valka warned me of a great betrayal, but what form it takes I cannot say.
I see.
I hold to my oaths, Sigurd. You know that. Betrayal is not in my nature.
Of course not. You are a stalwart as a pillar of stone. Come now. My destiny awaits.
Well, you still haven't told me how that is supposed to look like. Reach the northernmost fjord. Well, let me have a look at that. I mean, it's gotta be somewhere over here, right? If it's the northernmost fjord. The question is, do I really want to continue with this right away? Or maybe I want to spend some time here in Alrekstad and maybe even the rest of Hordafolke and finish potential side missions first. I may actually want to do that. So I'm going to leave you here for a while. Also, there's like a skill book somewhere. Maybe I can at least pick this up before I leave with Sigurd. Yeah, he can wait for a while. Your destiny is not going to go away just because I arrive a little bit late. Alright, apparently this skill book is somewhere underground. Where would I even get there? Muddy, half-eaten note. The pigs got loose in the house and now the cellar key is gone. It is your turn to dig through the shit. Okay, so I may need a key for this. There's one over here. Well, guess I gotta dig through the shit. There we go. Now, how do I get down to the skill book? Let me have another look inside the building, but I'm guessing the entrance is going to be somewhere else. Clearly there's no way down here. Okay, let me look around a bit so I can find a way down. Usually it's some kind of well somewhere. So let's see if I can find something. Huh, this right here could be useful. Yep, this is going down pretty deep. So, I'm guessing this is the right way to go. And I have the key. And there's our skill book. Ability upgrade, Mark of Death. I wonder if the location of skill books is predetermined, or if they are just distributed at random, and you don't know which skill you will get at a certain point. Anyway, I guess I could go and join Sigurd now, but I think I will postpone this and I will try to finish everything else in this place first, because, you know, I always like to finish the less important stuff first before I go on to the end game. So maybe let's check out this little side quest over here. And then I will probably do some off-camera exploration in between episodes. And then we can hopefully continue with our main mission in the next episode. Also, it's getting really dark again. I'm going to skip until morning. It is still very dark. I mean, it's Norway. Short days, right? But let's check out this mystery over here. It's somewhere inside the building.
My love for you rises tall.
You don't look dressed warmly enough for this climate.
Do not promise me a mighty branch and then let me down with a tiny twig.
Freya's beard, it has wilted again. I cannot remain firm when you talk to me like that.
A raid-loving wife and a raid-loving husband.
Does everyone in Alrekstadir play their love game so loudly?
No, it's just my husband. He cannot satisfy his wife.
Ah, old age.
No, he's still young and fit. It was not always so. He could not keep us apart when we were raiding.
He would plow you during raids.
Our first time was in the middle of a burning village. After a while, the crew made us stop. They said it was distracting.
Love can burn brighter near death. Have you tried revisiting these memories?
Yeah, but talking about it is not the same. I need to feel it, smell it.
So you need to bring the excitement of the raid into your bed.
You could help us pretend we are raiding. That will make my water flow. Come, we must tell my husband.
I was only well, all right.
Grab your weapon, you big, strong Vikinger. Today we raid.
A raid? Now?
Join me in the blood dance. Fill me with your battle lust.
Oh, yes, yes. Let us go, Viking. Maybe you could start by breaking things.
And scream as you do, like it is really happening.
Why do you need me for this again? But okay, I guess I can do that. And I suppose their name, raid-loving wife and husband, is not because they love going on raids, but because they literally make love
Maybe you
during
could
raids.
start by breaking things.
Anyway,
And scream as you do, like it is really happening.
I'm going to break stuff.
It is amusing, but not arousing.
Yeah, it does not feel real enough.
Okay.
Maybe you need more fire, like your first time.
Yes! Burn down our house! Burn it to the ground!
This seems like a terrible idea, but sure, if you want it, I'm going to throw a few torches on the floor. See?
What did it? I am as hard as Heimdall's tower.
Then ram me like the Valgrind skates.
Okay, I've seen enough. I'm going to leave.
Plunder you want, Vikinger.
Also, I don't want to
Take
set
us
myself on
also and
fire.
let the love hunger consume you.
Another time, maybe. But I will help myself to your chest.
I think I already stole a bunch of their stuff, but since it's supposed to be a real raid, obviously I have to steal this as well. Okay, well, that was something. I wish you all the best. And yeah, that's all the tasks here in Alrekstead. There's potentially another one over here. I will check this out later. But yeah, I will explore the entire region off camera. And then we will finish the mysteries first in the next episode. And then continue with Sigurd's task. I'm sure his destiny can wait just a while longer, right? Anyway, for now, let's call it a day. And as always, thank you for watching. And see you again next time.